After work, what are we doing? Checking out this thing. Apparently it's a museum. Let's find out. So, after work Tuesday, boom, let's check this place out. It's a museum or something. Well, this is one insanely well-stocked bottle shop. I mean, look how neat those rows are. And it just goes on. I mean, I don't know where the customers are. I came to buy a lemonade, of course. Well, who would have thought the Irish Rover? Let's go and have a look. Hopefully they've got some rugby on. The museum was okay. A long way to travel and pretty pricey. See some old statues. But, so we've tried the Guinness. Tastes like Guinness, but you know, somewhat of a relief. Cat Cafe, let's check it out. So we're in the Cat Cafe and get a load of these arrogant individuals. Oh, ho, 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 ho. He's real. Oh, you're right there, bud. Check this out. This one's real. Oh my. Wow, look at the size of this guy. Starving cats, not in here. So we're better to end up on a, God knows what day it is, than here in this sky bar overlooking Phnom Penh, boom, Royal Palace, some other Royal Palace, filthy river. It's actually pretty cool, gotta be honest with you. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not as good as what I'm doing. Not sure if I mentioned it the first time, but I'm in a sky bar in Phnom Penh after sunset and shebang-a-bang temples. My life's better than yours, hashtag. Not that I need to reinforce that last point, but that's an infinity pool and that's fireworks. And I'm pretty sure they've turned them on for me. The foyer of my digs. Looks a little bit like the foyer of my house. Last night I finished the night in like a Japanese tapas bar, and tonight I'm finishing it up in a Japanese barbecue. It's Korean barbecue, they just ripped it off. But anyway, it's Japanese barbecue. Beautiful. So this is a little back street in Phnom Penh. It's full of Japanese restaurants. And it's right outside my hotel, but it's like little Japan in Phnom Penh. Now, while in Vietnam and Cambodia and traveling, I've committed to try all of the local delicacies. Now, this one here is especially surprising, but I'm going to have a crack in any case. Texas chicken. Let's go and try it. I'm sure I'll be disappointed. So we're in Texas chicken, pretty much set up like a cross between a 70s Pizza Hut and a 70s McDonald's. Had the chicken, it's just like KFC. Half the price of chicken in Australia. Not sure it's worth the drive, but I'll let you decide. So we're in Texas chicken, pretty much set up like a cross between a 70s Pizza Hut and a 70s McDonald's. Had the chicken, it's just like KFC. Half the price of chicken in Australia. Not sure it's worth the drive, but I'll let you decide. Last night in Phnom Penh for a while. This is a different t-shirt, by the way, and I have bought a series of black singlets, right, so it's not the only one. But Yeah, we're doing all-you-can-eat Chinese hot pot. Let's get it on. $10 US, 15 Aussie. A bit pricey, but what a classy joint. All you can eat, shebang bang. It's a different t-shirt. Oh. And I'm washing clothes, so. My God, what is happening? There are our dishes, apparently. Boom. There's some sauce, and God knows what that is. Bring it on. So this morning I'm kicking off with a brown coffee, a local brand. This place is incredible. This reminds me of 1970s rocks architecture with like, these seats look like they're out of the 70s. So this is a chain here in Cambodia. First time I've had a coffee here. A little bit pricey, $4. Amazing. And look at this stuff. Look at this, I don't know what that's meant to be doing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not bad, Cambodia. Not bad. I'm still thinking about it. Have I maybe just had Cambodian fried frog? KFF? A lot to think about there. So I'm in Sihanoukville, and this place is bizarre because you can see there, those buildings, they're just skeletons, and they're everywhere, right? They are everywhere. I'm going to go and climb one of these buildings. I've seen YouTubers do it. Have a look at this one right here. That's right outside my hotel, and I'm going to go and climb it. But get a load of this. I mean, oh, that's a I was going to say sunset, sunrise. Look at that. I mean, now I know why people put in the effort to come down here. But I was desperate to go for a swim, and people are like, no, it's got crap in it, literally. Look at this. None of this was here 8 years ago. Like none of the high-rise buildings, none of them here 8 years ago. Check it out. What a bogan's adventure. Oh my God, people here, there are Pomeranians everywhere. Pomeranians everywhere. Look at this. That lady over there's got them, and they're running around all over the place. It's Pomeranian heaven. They're like $200. I want to buy one, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Did I ever mention that these people like their bling? God, they like their JDMs, but you know what they're also partial to? A Porsche, a Defender, and Mustangs. But they must have bling. Bling, bling. So these chairs are solid timber, like these stools. This one here must weigh 80 kilos. Let's try and do an Atlas stone lift. Let's go. Holy crap! Pomeranians and poodles, they love them. Check this guy out. They're everywhere, Pomeranians and poodles. So cute.
Who's here? Nobody cares what Mama's saying. Иди сюда, быстро. Быстро домой. О, Габриэла. Да ё-моё. Марсель. Иди сюда.
Pomeranians and... So the whole premise of me ducking over to Vietnam and Cambodia quickly was to just, I don't know, live like a local, you know, like live in the suburbs and eat street food and just, you know, live the way the locals live. Somehow it's got slightly off track, and I am now in what is probably the most beautiful beach resort I've ever seen in my life, and that includes the ones in the Philippines. I mean, this is incredible. I think I'm going to go and stay on that island tomorrow night, but holy crap, people. What does that say? Holy crap, this is beautiful. Wow. Feels like I should say something along the lines of, my life is better than yours. You decide. There's times like this I wish I had a GoPro or something similar so I could show you under the water, and I'll see what I can do over the next couple of days, but It's Friday, it's 2 o'clock. I've effectively got 3 days of just soaking it up here in this most incredible, and apparently there's an island over there I'm going to go to maybe Sunday. It's just incredible. It's experiences like this that just drive me to travel. It's just incredible. And I hate to point it out, but whatever you're doing, it's not as good as what I'm doing right now. Cheers. Just in case you missed it, I'm having noodles and a few quiet beers here on a Friday afternoon. Don't know what you're doing? That's not as good as what I'm doing. Let me just be very clear that this is not my accommodation and I'm not mixed up in this nonsense. I'm just an innocent passerby. Now, we've all seen the latest and greatest gimmick in gym equipment, bands and all that sort of stuff. But you haven't seen anything like this. That is like old school cement on the end of a pole, but it's timber. And I can imagine it's got some weight in it. How cool does it look? I haven't seen anyone try it yet. I'd love to get in there. But I'd also like to see this take off back home. I think there's a real market for this, like caveman style. It looks pretty functional too. I might have a crack later.
Can see the village there.
Just a slightly different view of what I showed you yesterday. Look at this, boys. It's like the old KB days. Yeah. How long since you've seen a ring pool like that one? Now, I've been hearing this sound for about 30 minutes and I thought it was a broken speaker. I'm just going to leave that there. See if you can hear that. That's an insect, like their version of a cicada. That's incredible. Cambodia, full of surprises. Tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to drop a reel about this island I've been on for the last couple of days. Koh Phrong, Cambodia. Mind-blowing. I know you've seen the stories. I'm going to put it all in a reel. Mind-blowing. And it's bloody reasonable. Koh Phrong. Listen to me. I'm a local. Repeat after me. Koh Phrong. Koh Phrong. Well done. So this is one of the incredibly cute village dogs. That's what they call them. They're village dogs. No one really owns them. And they just live they live the life of a cat. They're self-involved, they're well-fed, and they've got great personalities. I'm going to try and, before I leave, I'm going to try and find the one that looks like a dingo. He's brilliant. So smart. By Koh Phrong. Well, I wasn't expecting this as part of the journey. It's one of those old school riverboats. And we're heading somewhere over there. Get this old pier into you. Let's see how we go. I'm starting to wonder why I left the last place. Absolutely stitched up on this trip. It's sort of amusing, but we've just gone from the most incredible beach, one of the most beautiful beaches and loveliest resorts I've ever been to this, which I was told was a step up. I mean, the weather's not great, but this place is deserted. And the ferry doesn't come here. So we just got soaking wet in a bloody little dinghy. All right, let's stop complaining for now. See how it pans out. Korong, Somlong, different island. So I've been thinking at some point on this trip I've got to get stitched up. Right? Not that I want to, but it's going to happen. Now, it may not seem like it right now. I know it's a bit gloomy, but I just left the most incredible beach and resort, which was reasonably priced. It was sort of vibrant, a lot going on, and a good restaurant, to come to what is supposedly better, and I'm not buying it. The room's amazing, but I should have just stayed where I was. So, it hasn't been a great day. It's been okay. How bad can it be? But hasn't been a great day in terms of barley belly. So this is the first time in a decade that I've actually had proper barley belly when I've been away. So I've taken some local medication. It's called collodium. So a little bit, it's like Imodium, but it's, starts with the colon. So that's good. That's what we want to target. What do we got here? Active ingredient, lapramide. Certainly sounds fancy. It's an opioid receptor agonist that slows intestinal mobility. Well, that's sort of what we're looking for, so that's a good start. Now, don't use with these things, blah, blah, blah. Side effects may include constipation. Well, that's sort of what we're going for, right? That's sort of the target. A bit of dry mouth, bit of dizziness, that's okay. Don't use for more than 2 days. Otherwise, serious issues like toxic megacolon. Well, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. And it doesn't sound good in a foreign country. So let's limit it to 2 days and let's avoid the toxic megacolon. One of the things that is really cool about a small resort is that their coconuts come from this tree. And that's pretty cool. I've got to find one of these little things. Listen to that. Just living life.
Yeah, I want to try
In his beach dragster. Get amongst it, buddy. Well, this part of the afternoon has turned into more of an adventure than I expected. This island is really quite third world. Love that sound. Quite literally at the end of a trail.